what a game that we just witnessed in Baltimore today. Your Miami Dolphins somehow, some way, come out with the win 42-38 after an insane, historic comeback against the Baltimore Ravens, going down 21 points into the fourth quarter. I have a good feeling I'm not going to stop thinking about this game until we play Buffalo next week, but going through this first half, it was an embarrassment, is what it was. I've not even wrapped my head around the fact that we somehow came back from 21 down to win this game. And we'll start out with some stat lines, just quick little warm up for what is going to be going on in this video. Tua Tagovailoa, 36 for 50, 470 yards, six passing touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and then on the rushing side, there wasn't much that went on. Raheem Mostert for 51 yards, Chase Edmonds had that 33 yards, but that 23-yard carry, which was huge going into that final drive. Tyreek Hill, 11 receptions for 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, as well as Jalen Waddle going for 11 receptions, 171 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill's first 2 touchdowns as a Miami Dolphin were both in this game, and 2 deep passes, which is something that a Tua hater would hate to see. But unfortunately, you got to go with it today. Mike Gesicki also had some nice catches in there. One insane touchdown catch, which obviously is going to be talked about in a bit. Ravens side, the Lamar Jackson played like an MVP today. 21 for 29, 320 yards, 3 touchdowns, not even including the 120 yards he ran for, as well as that 80-yard rushing touchdown, which really just sucked. It really sucked. But I really don't know what I'm going to be talking. Like, I don't know where to start. Like, I could start any time of this game and there'd still be so much to talk about. I think I'm just going to be like recapping the first half. Obviously, the first play of the game, kickoff, 103 yards, was returned for a touchdown. At that point, I'm thinking, like, what do I got to switch up? Because obviously, it's got to be something. I was thinking I got to switch jerseys, maybe switch, rooms, or maybe even switch houses. But didn't do any of that stuff. And after the interception, I really started thinking that I got to do something. Tua really made a bad just a bad decision on that interception. Throwing to Tyreek Hill, first of all, it was a bad throw. Second of all, it's double coverage, and it's a bad throw. Like, those are just the 2 things that you don't want to throw into or do when you throw the ball, and he did both of them. It was intercepted by Marcus Williams, who really made an insane play on that. But we ended up scoring, actually, the possession after we stopped the Ravens at like our own 1-yard line. The screen pass to Jalen Waddle. I'm thinking, all right, we got something going here, 7-7. And then we give the ball back. They go 75 yards to the house, which really made me contemplate life at that point. Ravens get in once again for a touchdown after that. We throw another interception. Ravens get in for another touchdown. And just like that, it's the end of the half. And it's 28-7 going into halftime. I'm thinking the Dolphins are saying to themselves, this game isn't over. And the Ravens are saying to themselves, this game isn't over. So, like, both teams trying as hard. Even if you play equally as good, the Ravens are still already up 3%. Like, let's just move on to Buffalo. And I don't really, like, know what to even, like watch for in the second half. Like, I'm just watching because I'm a fan of this team. Did I have much faith going into the second half? I'm going to be honest, not really. Like, I feel like most people going into the second half down 21 points wouldn't have much faith. Dolphins put together a nice drive coming out of halftime. We score. Both teams punt. The Ravens get into the end zone, so it's back to a 21-point game. And then this is where things really start. 35-14 is the score. We get the ball. We put together a really nice drive, and then River Craycraft gets the touchdown catch where Tua spun out of a defender coming at him, and he hits Craycraft for the easy 4-yard, 5-yard touchdown, I think it was. And that play really reminded me of his time at Alabama. Those were the types of plays that got him the stock to raise up to him end up being drafted 5th overall in 2020. So the score is 21-35. It's a 2-possession game, so I'm still feeling just iffy about everything. Ravens get the ball back. They're driving pretty well. It's 4th and 1 at our 40-yard line, and John Harbaugh decides to go for it. And we stop them. And I'm thinking, like, hold up. Like, if we can score here, it's a one-possession game. So we get the ball. We end up driving. And then it's a 3rd and 10 play. And Tua backs up, and he's looking. I'm like, there's no way. And he launches the ball. I'm like, if this is Tyreek Hill, I'm going wild. And it turns out to be Tyreek Hill. Now, I know it's underthrown. I know it is. But if he doesn't make that throw, we probably don't win this game. Because it goes to 4th and 10. We probably punt it, whatever. And at that point, you're just sacrificing yourselves. But he caught it. If the cornerback looks back and realizes that it's underthrown, that could be either an interception or deflection, but that didn't happen. Tyreek Hill touchdown, first one in a Dolphins uniform, and I'm going wild. Next possession, Ravens go 3 and out, and they punt it. And then the Dolphins, once again, first and 10, I'm going to go play-by-play here. 1st and 10, Chase Edmonds goes for 2 yards. After that, Alec Ingold gets a reception for 2 yards, and it's 3rd and 6. I'm thinking we got to get this. Like, there's 5 minutes left in the 4th quarter, and you're down 1 possession. You need to get this here. Tyreek Hill backs up. Tyreek Hill is wide. Tua Tagovailoa backs up. Tyreek Hill is wide open down the sideline. Hits him in stride. That was not underthrown. I will argue that any day of the week. May have slowed down a teensy bit, but that was a good throw. Tyreek Hill gets in for his 2nd touchdown of the quarter, and we've got a tie game. And at this point, I'm thinking, like, we're in this, like, it's a tie game. Like, we're in this game. So Ravens end up driving down. Obviously, went crazy when we stopped them on 4th, or went crazy when we stopped them on 3rd. Led to them getting a field goal. And then the Dolphins are driving. And Tyreek Hill gets that 20-yard reception. Tyreek Hill gets another 10-yard reception. And then Chase Edmonds with the 30-yard run into Baltimore, I think into the red zone. And then Tua hit Tyreek Hill for the touchdown up high. And Jalen Waddle made a great catch for it. And the Dolphins are up with 15 seconds to go. And the Ravens obviously missed out on that Hail Mary. And, bro, I just have not wrapped my head around the fact that we really came back from 21 down going into the 4th quarter. And we won this game. I didn't even mention the injury report. Ravens did have some guys out. They didn't have Devin Duvernay for like the last couple minutes in the 4th quarter from the concussion. James Prochet didn't play. Neither did Ronnie Staley or J.K. Dobbins or Jordan Travis. For the Dolphins, Myles Gaskin didn't play. Hunter Long didn't play. Satine Carter didn't. Really, basically everyone played because Gaskin didn't even see any touches. And based off of how the rushing really went today, I doubt he would have gotten anything either. But I think, okay, this was the stat that I was hype about. Going into today, teams that were trailing by 21 points going into the 4th quarter were 0-711. Now that stat, as of 4:45 p.m. today, is now 1-711. The Dolphins somehow made it happen. Outscored the Ravens 28-3. That magical score stays golden. 28-3 is what the Dolphins outscored the Ravens as in the 4th quarter. Just an absolute insane game. Mike McDaniel's putting on a show. If we're talking like last season, do we really think Tua Tagovailoa would have made it through the whole entire game as a starter? I'm going easily no. I'm saying Jacoby Brissett's in there by the 2nd quarter, or Brian Flores is putting dude, who was the 3rd string last year on the practice squad? Like Reed Sinnett or whoever it was. The Dolphins would not have had Tua Tagovailoa in the game last year, but when you have a head coach that can believe in you and actually has some decent confidence in you, such as Mike McDaniel, these types of things can happen. Where you throw for 600 yards, when you have a playmaker like Tyreek Hill and an improved receiver in Jalen Waddle, they can each go for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns each. I'm so hype about this game, and I mean, like, we really won this game. Like, that's unbelievable. This was a huge game, too. We play Buffalo next week, and then we play the Bengals on Thursday Night Football the week after. The Bengals just lost to the Cowboys, so if they're not the real deal, we could potentially be either 4-0 or 3-1 if I'm not going to push it. But next week's going to be big because we can assume that Buffalo's going to beat Tennessee tomorrow on Monday Night Football, and the Bills come down to Miami. They haven't really seen what Mike McDaniel, the full scheme on him, and I'm sure he has some plays in the back of the playbook that he's been saving for this game against Buffalo. And I'm not going to go over the full preview today, obviously. It's still Sunday. The game's in a week from today, but yeah, Dolphins somehow win this game. I'm looking so... Okay, I didn't even mention, bro. The reffing this game. Absolutely atrocious. There was holding on almost every single play. There was a time that they called a pass interference on Brandon Jones. When he didn't even touch him, he tripped on his own, and he called pass interference on him. There was another time where I forgot who was. I think it was Calais Campbell who pushed down Chase Edmonds, who stood back to block. And Chase Edmonds fell on his back because when you have Calais Campbell pushing you, you're going to fall. He fell on his back and put his feet up because when you roll onto your back, that's what's going to happen. And he got called for tripping. How is that trippy when you're literally falling? But yeah, really awful reffing. But this game was just so exciting to watch. I mean, it really wasn't until the fourth quarter. A classic. Tua haters really need to apologize. 6 touchdown pass. Nothing like this has happened since Dan Marino. And even I wasn't even close to alive for that one. But wow, okay, we got to move forward. We got the Bills next week. I thought we were going to win this game, so I shouldn't be too surprised, but I'm just thrilled by the fact we came back from down 21. Historical performance today from Tua and the Dolphins, but that'll wrap up. Hope you guys have a great day, because I know I did. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.